Do you hear me well?
Sounds good from here.
This morning, it's my hope and prayer to awaken you to the bigger and wonderful world of Toastmasters. Imagine spending years in school, but never leaving your classroom except when you go home. You may master all the lessons, but you will never be able to know what you are capable of in the real world. In Toastmasters, it's like that. It is here in Us Speak Easy Toastmasters Club where you begin your journey. But stepping beyond the doors of Ehlers Community Center is where you get yourself exposed to opportunities to better yourself. It is at the area, division, district, and international levels of Toastmasters International where you experience the greatest growth in your life as a Toastmaster and as an individual. Let me walk you through
You're good.
Okay, so we're gonna have to figure out another way. Okay, Bert, we have a technical difficulty. Can you show him the screen on your computer? And you can just read it to us because we're not gonna be able to see it.
Okay. Okay. There are two major ways that Toastmasters International provide to us for us to grow and develop as Toastmasters and as individuals. These are 27 roles that are offered to us by Toastmasters International, and they come into two groups. I call them two groups. One group is the speech contest. There are 7 roles that you can do during speech contest. Speech contest can be international, humorous, speech evaluation, and there are some seasons where the district has the other contest is Tall Tales. Tall Tales contest. What is the first role? You can be a contestant. Also, a contestant, you prepare 5 to 7 minute speech, just like your regular speech in the club. And of course, you craft the best speech possible. You practice it very well. You draft, you deliver, you record, you edit, and then you keep on practicing. And you can be the MC, the Toastmaster, just like what Katie is doing right now. The only difference is the way to introduce a speech contestant by the Toastmaster during a speech contest is something like this. Our first speaker, Dennis, first love never dies. First love never dies, Dennis. That's how you do it. And then after each contestant has delivered the speech, the Toastmaster interviews each contestant, asks for the club and how many years he or she has been a Toastmaster. You can also be a judge. There are trainings for judges and counters and timers. Districts give trainings for this. What criteria do you use in judging during a speech contest? There are forms that are distributed by the chair of the contest if it is in person, or you can get it online. There are criteria and there are weights assigned to each criterion, and the total is 100. So after the speech is delivered, the Toastmaster says, let's have 1 minute of silence to give time to the judges to mark their ballots. And then the counters are the one who collect the ballots from the judges, and they tabulate the results and give it to the chief judge. There is the timer, just as we have it here, and the timer is always in a conspicuous place, seen by all the contestants. They use the timing device, and the sergeant at arms. The sergeant at arms brings out all the, if there are 5 contestants, before the first contestant is called, the 4 contestants are brought out in the sequester area by the sergeant at arms so that they will not hear the questions posed by the Toastmaster to the first contestant. And then they are brought in as each contestant finishes his or her response to the question posed by the Toastmaster. And you can be one of the audience. And you behave as audience. And as part of the audience, you have to be generous when applauding. You keep on applauding when the contestant is called until the contestant is in front of the lectern, and you keep on applauding until the contestant finishes his speech and is seated. That's what you do as an audience. Leadership roles. There are leadership roles at the area, division, district, regional, and international levels. There are about 10 roles. Area director. What do you do as area director? The minimum requirement is you visit the clubs that you oversee twice in a Toastmaster year, from July 1st to June 30 of the following year. And you submit individual club report. So you have to submit 2 reports in a given Toastmaster year. You attend club meetings, just what Tejas has been doing, attending online. And during your club visits, you listen, talk to the officers, especially the president, the vice president, and the treasurer. And then you jot down all your observations. You encourage, you motivate them to do more and to be President's Distinguished. We discuss the President's Distinguished program and all other things that are important to the growth of the members of the club and the individual members. Division director. An area director mostly oversees 4 to 5 clubs. And a division director, just like what Mary is doing right now, she oversees 4 to 5 areas? 4 areas. That means 16 to 20 clubs. Perhaps more, depending on the size of the area. The division director is the general in the area. So, the division director sits in the executive board she heads the executive board of the division with the area director, including the presidents, vice presidents for education, and the secretary of all the clubs under her areas. Just only the area directors. And the district director. The district director, just like the division director, are elected by the presidents, vice presidents, and secretaries of all clubs belonging to the district. That's correct, Mary, right? If my memory serves me right?
The district director is elected by the president and the vice president of education. In the event of the international convention,
Yeah.
the president and the secretary are the ones who vote.
Okay.
So coming up in August in Vancouver, it's the president and the
Thank you. And then under the district director, these are the part of the trios. The program quality director and the club growth director. There are other officers like the public relations director, administrative manager, finance manager. There is now, if I'm not mistaken, the logistics manager. And during my time in 2013, 2014 in District 1, we had the district parliamentarian. Now, why are these officer positions important? If you want to become a distinguished Toastmaster, one of the major requirements is for you to have a 1-year experience as district officer. And the lowest district officer is area director. You cannot become a distinguished Toastmaster without undergoing service to the district, at least being area director. And there are 4 others at the international level. The international president, we had as our guest last time, this guy who I remember has 11 DTM awards, Richard Snyder. Richard Snyder used to be international president. That means he was a member of the board of directors at the international level. There is the first vice president, the second vice president, and the members of the board of directors. All of these travel for meetings, if I'm not mistaken, at the expense of Toastmasters International. The contestants, the finalists to the World Championship of Public Speaking, if you are a speech contestant and you go all the way from the club level up to the finals of the World Championship of Public Speaking, you travel at the expense of Toastmasters International to compete during the last Saturday of the annual convention of Toastmasters International, which is to be held in Vancouver, Canada, if I'm not mistaken, this year. I had the fortune of attending the World Championship of Public Speaking when it was held in Las Vegas a few years ago, where I met one of my idols, Darren Lacroix, because I bought a lot of his materials. I consider him my mentor because he sends me email almost every day. So I am learning a lot from him. These are the many opportunities that Toastmasters International offer to us for us to improve ourselves. Fellow Toastmasters, every great river begins as a small spring. NAS Speak Easy Toastmasters Club is where your Toastmaster journey begins. But the districts, the regions, and the international level of Toastmasters International are where your influence expands. Step beyond the doors of this club and discover that while NAS Speak Easy Toastmasters Club changes your speeches, serving beyond this club truly changes your life. My life has been changed a lot by serving as area director and competing and losing in some speech contests. In the process, I improved a little. Before, I was an awful speaker. I believe that I improved a little. I'm not just awesome still, but I'm still a work in progress. Madam Toastmaster.